Ramesh, whenever you're ready, we can.
Yeah. I just give me a second.
Some background noise is there. Could you please mute yourself? Someone is. Okay.
So when we are playing Tamil Thai Vaithu, please stand up or disable your video.
Oh man. Sorry, let me check on my phone.
We have a real shot to make history.
Ramesh, I'll play. You just go on mute. I'll play.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Thanks, everyone. We can sit down.
So welcome all for the second day of this women empowerment and entrepreneur session. So Indu.
Yeah, thank you, Meena. Yeah, warm welcome to all the participants and Mr. Jyoti. It was very wonderful session yesterday. Hope you all enjoyed it, and it was very interactive one. Thanks everyone for joining today too. Let's start the event with Ramesh Kupuswamy also. Could you please say a few words?
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining the second day session. Okay. I have some background noise, so maybe I will talk later. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll thank you, Ramesh. We will go with Shruti for the trivia time. So she's having more, fun questions, and then you will have good time. Attendees can vote. I mean, that polling would be open for each questions, and she'll go take it forward how to work. Shruti?
Yeah, thanks. So good morning to everyone and good afternoon to people joining from the East Coast.
1 minute. Jyoti, if we can stop the sharing, she can take it over for the, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Jyoti.
Yeah, so today to warm up, we're going to be playing a fun, short trivia quiz that everyone can participate in. And to introduce myself a little bit, my name is Shruti Chakalinga. I just finished my degree at UC Berkeley and majored in math and computer science. And I'm really interested how data science can be used for social good. And I'm interning at order.net. So for the logistics of the trivia, what we're going to do is we'll do it through Zoom polling. And for each question, I'll give everyone about a minute to answer. And to make it more fun, don't Google the questions or anything, just go based off of what you know already. And so I'll get started now. So, so the first question is, when did one of the first well-known AI robots, Deep Blue, win a chess match against a chess world champion? So the answers are 2004, 1987, 1996, and 1961. I'll give everyone about 30 more seconds. Okay, so I'll end the polling here. It looks like there's a tie between 2004 and 1996 with 15 people responding for each. The correct answer is actually 1996. And Deep Blue won against Gary Kasparov in a match of like February of that year. And actually Gary Kasparov didn't believe the results and thought that a human was actually like controlling the machine. Yeah, so let me launch the next question. Okay, so the next question is, what percent of leading machine learning researchers are women, according to a 2018 study by Wired? And leading machine learning researchers just means like people who've published papers in the top machine learning conferences. Okay, so the correct answer is actually 12%, which 19 people responded, which is the majority. So how this was calculated is based on the gender ratio of authors of papers that submitted at top machine learning conferences. And it's actually a very low number, so it shows that we have some work to do in order to bridge the gender gap at the top of the field. All right. So the next question is, what is the term for robots that are small and can be used for drug delivery in the human bloodstream? And the answer choices are medibots, minibots, microbots, and nanobots. Okay, so it looks like nanobots won with 24 votes, and that is actually the correct answer. So why the robots are called nanobots is because their typical size is really tiny. It's only like 50 to 100 nanometers in diameter. And when it's time to release a drug into the bloodstream, the walls of the bot actually dissolve, which is why it's like safe for humans. Okay. So the fourth question is, approximately how old is the field of artificial intelligence? Choices are 20 years, 40 years, 80 years, and 100 years. Okay, so it looks like the majority have answered 40 years. The correct answer is actually 80 years, which 10 people responded. AI and machine learning sometimes feels like, to me, a field that only got popular like 20 years ago, but it actually has like a really long history. Scientists like first discussed the possibility of creating an artificial brain in the 1940s, and they came up with an initial idea for neural networks at that point in time. And by the 1950s, actually, the first very basic neural network machine had already been created. So I thought that was pretty interesting. All right. So the next question is, what is the name of the world's most expensive robot? And the answers are Robot X, Asimo, Eximos, Speed Crawler, and Chithi-Robo. Okay, so by a small majority, Speed Crawler is won with 17 votes. The answer is actually Asimo. The rest of the names are made up. So what Asimo is, it's a $2.5 million humanoid robot that was developed by the Honda R&D lab. Basically what it can do is like be in large crowds. It can walk on like any kind of different terrain. It runs at a speed of like 5 or 6 miles an hour. And it can even like climb up and down stairs like unassisted. And it's like the first humanoid robot that's able to do so.
So I like those answer Chitti Robo, and there is two people who have answered that as well. So it's interesting that we should look into that answer as well.
Okay, so the next question, it's another stats question. What percent of applicants for AI related roles in the US are women? So the answers are 34%, 17%, 29%, and 41%. Okay, so it looks like most people said 17%. It's actually a bit better than that. It's 29%. But it's like an eye-opening statistic that shows like the work that we have to do, not only to get more women like interested in the field, but also confident enough to apply and be competitive for like positions in AI. So
anyone has questions in regarding our the trivia, you can just unmute yourself, raise your hand, unmute yourself and ask. I see two people raise their hand. Any questions? Vasanti, Vijay? Okay, let's move on.
Okay, so the next question, you have a 50% chance of getting it right. So it's a true or false question. In 2019, IBM AI machine won against a top-ranked human debater. So just choose true or false. Okay, so most people said true. This is a little bit of a trick question. The answer is false. This match actually happened, but the machine lost the game. And aren't able to be like the best humans in this field yet. But basically how this machine was trained was to like digest a massive amount of text and like extract all of the main ideas and produce like a speech about the controversial topic. But it still has like a way to go to like beat like humans in that area. Okay, so the next question is, what do ecobots use to produce electricity? And the answer choices are rotten apples and dead flies, worms, fallen leaves and small tree branches, and water.
Interesting answers. Rotten apples and dead flies, worms, fallen leaves.
Okay, I'll wrap up the polling. Looks like fallen leaves and small tree branches is one. I made up all of the other three answers. The correct answer is rotten apples and dead flies, which I thought was really interesting. There's actually like a lot of like biology and chemistry involved in it. I won't get into that, but it shows like the intersection between artificial intelligence and robotics and like other scientific fields. And this can get us thinking about the possibility of robots and AI to help with environmental issues from climate change. Okay, question number 9 is, which of these is a data science competition platform based in Africa? So the options are Kaggle, Zindi, Analytics Vidya, and Crowd AI.
I see a lot of comments. Shruti, people are enjoying your trivia time.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay, so most people have said Kaggle, it looks like. The answer is Zindi. Like these are all like data science related competition platforms, but Zindi is the one that's specifically based in Africa. And its mission is to build up the data science ecosystem in the African continent. Analytics Vidya, as most of you could guess, no one has put that answer. It's based in India. And that's also similar to Kaggle, which is based in the US, where in both of those sites, you can participate in challenges and also take courses and read and write blogs. And finally, Crowd AI is also based in the US. So I thought this would be an interesting question. Like if you're interested, all of these platforms are like worth looking into. And finally, the last question I have is, what is explainable AI? The answer choices are AI that gives directions to humans, AI that explains how to improve itself, explaining the history of AI and machine learning, and finally, making complicated black box AI decisions understandable to humans.
I think we can give some more time for this question. A lot of people are thinking a lot, maybe 20 more seconds. Okay.
All right, by a small majority, the correct answer actually won. It's making complicated black box AI decisions understandable to humans. So machine learning and AI models are often like super complex. And as a student, I've experienced like not really knowing why like a big and complicated neural network actually works, but just using it as a black box. And what explainable AI does is it makes it easier for humans to understand how decisions and predictions are made by machine learning models. So that wraps it up for our trivia questions today. It's hopefully you learned something new or heard something here today that you're interested in learning a little more about. And I definitely did when preparing these questions. I didn't know all of these answers for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti. You did an awesome job. And then to just talk about trivia time, we were just reaching out to Shruti, and then late night she was sitting, she had some her university work as well, I believe, and so she was doing this late night yesterday as well and doing some background check, and it was really nice. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you very much.
Yes, Shruti. It was really nice, very nice. So very interactive, very thoughtful, and I believe it makes people also think and connect all the dots. Correct? You started from the time when it started. You drag them down all the way to the platform where they could go and learn and be part of the like data science groups and competition and all of those things. It was very nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, next we'll move on to the next speaker that we want to introduce, and Shruti would be giving the introduction for Lakshmi Kannan.
Yeah. So have all of you like heard of Toastmasters before? So like if you don't know Toastmasters, it's like an organization that helps people improve their public speaking skills by practicing with each other. But there's a question, like, can artificial intelligence help train people in communication skills like more precisely and effectively? Our speaker for this session can help answer the question. So Lakshmi Kannan is a health professional who turned into an entrepreneur in the field of communication skills training. She has over 15 years of experience in rehabilitation medicine. Lakshmi is the managing director of RIPE Consulting Services, which is a leading soft skills training organization in India. Her constant thirst for embracing technology made her leverage the power of AI, and currently she owns a tech startup, Cog EDS Technologies Private Limited, which provides communication training solutions using artificial intelligence. So this is a really exciting field of AI, and it's sure to be an interesting talk. So please welcome Lakshmi Kannan.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti. Good morning, everyone. Once again, thank you, Shruti, for introducing me. And to start with, I would like to thank the organizers and Tamil Mandram for giving this wonderful opportunity to be the part of this great event and to meet future entrepreneurs who are going to create a great difference in the AI field. So let me start my presentation. Is my, can you see my screen?
Yeah, the first screen we are able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are able to see.
Yeah, let me start with a quote. Alvin Toffler's quote, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. So this is the one of the quote which inspired me a lot. So based on this quote, me, doctor by profession, with 15 years of experience in my field and still pursuing my field, I joined hands with my husband and joined as a managing director of RIPE Consulting Services Private Limited, which is a training and development organization specializing in communication and personality development programs for schools and colleges. With 15 years of experience in corporate, we found out that communication is the one of the major field or important skill to be learned and to be trained properly, so that the students or the individual can communicate in a better way. We found out some hiccups, or we found out some hurdles for the students to learn in a better way. So like we want to embrace the technological innovations, and we started another company called Coget's Technologies, where we use AI based applications for training field. As I've already told, we run a soft skill company for past 15 years and found communication is the major and important skill which is very much needed for an individual with proper clarity, pace, speed, accent, content. And while giving this training to students, what we found out was communication was assessed by a person manually and also judgmental. So this thought drove us to ideate a company on leveraging the power of AI in communication. So like, what are the hurdles we faced during the communication in classrooms was, it was a trainer based. For example, if a trainer is good in English speaking skills, naturally the students also will grasp it very well. If the trainer is not that much influence in communication, or if he's not that much good in English speaking skills, then it affects the students as well. So the communication skills was purely based on a trainer. And second point or second hurdle which we faced was a classroom training. Like everyone, all the students or the trainers have to assemble in one particular class, and they have to undergo the training sessions, which was trivial. And particularly in this COVID time, we really faced that hurdle. And third one is time limit. Like, we'll be allotted for half an hour to 45 minutes, maximum of an hour. So where like the students has to be assessed and the students has to be trained accordingly. And so we thought this is a very great hurdle or hiccup which we faced. And fourth one is logistic issues, so the traveling time and the traveling place, everything matters a lot. So these were the few, and of course the less feedback or assessment. So that was a real problem, because we got feedbacks or assessment from the trainers and from the institutions were very less, and we couldn't come to a conclusion of how a student is really like how he scored well in his communicative skills. Because you know about India, right? That's down south of the India, or any part of the India, most of the downtrodden people are not that much efficient enough in communication skills. So they face a lot of problems in interviewing, handling, or in facing a corporate stuffs, or in corporate world, they faced so many hurdles because of their improper communicative skills. So we thought these problems really create a hiccup for us to reach each and every individual. So we thought we can use AI based apps like communication for assessing and giving training modules through AI based apps. So that is how Coget came into picture, and we started to ideate an AI based app called Vorai. So this is the app which we developed for assessing the communication skills and for giving training for an individual. So this app is a DIY. So you can do it by yourself, so that the student can he can assess his own communication skills by taking this app, where his speed is, where his pace is, where his strength, or how is his accent, and what is his content, whether he's delivering the content very well, whether he is using any fillers or not. So these kind of assessments were made by an individual, and he can know where he really is. So by assessing it, we are producing, or we are giving him modules based on his assessment scores. So like taking these modules, and by practicing it regularly, he will be like enhancing or his communication skills will get enhanced, and his results also will be much more better. So this is the product, or this is the app which we derived based on artificial intelligence. So the advantages of this app is anytime, anywhere. So a student can use, not only a student or any individual, you can use anytime and anywhere. And it is also a self-driven, and it can be assessed individually. You know, you not be feel that someone can humiliate him or someone can criticize his communication skills. And like is fear factor. So you need not fear of anything, because like fear is the major part or major factor which prevents many of the people not to communicate in a better way. So like we need not fear of getting humiliated, or he need not fear of his surroundings, or he need not fear of any people around him, whether he will be criticized or not. And unlimited practice sessions. So like because of you need not have any time constraint, you can go for a number of practice sessions, and you can practice it daily, so that his communication skills gets enhanced and he can produce the better results. So these are the advantages of this app, and we started to deliver it to the schools and colleges throughout India. And what we observed was, what we observed after implementing AI in communication skill for past 2 years, it was so convenient. So for both the students and the institutions, as this app can be downloaded in mobile, and it can be accessed anywhere as well. And it was much clarity, conceptual, concise, and comfort too. So these were some of the convenient, these were the features, or these were the advantages which we felt after implementing AI in communication field. And because after this core gets formed, and after we started to give this app through AI to all the schools and colleges, so we started getting so many CSR related projects, like corporate social responsibility projects. We started to get so many companies, like big companies, like they selected few and they handpicked the downtrodden students, and they gave it to us, and we assessed their communication skills through this app, and we came to know where they are, and we started to prepare the module accordingly, and we started to train the students accordingly, and we were able to show so much of improvement within them, which made them to have a better and successful career as well. So like we started to do personality grooming sessions throughout India. So these were the so many programs we started to do because of this artificial intelligence based app. And then like so like entrepreneurship in AI. So we are very happy that we were entered into AI space very early, and I know that there are not many players in this industry. So we wanted to explore it, and so we started exploring it as well, and we started to get so many positive remarks after using it. And every individual started to use it, and they got much more better results as well in communication skills. And I wish and want every woman in this who are participating in this event to think and set a focus of becoming an entrepreneur in their passionate field. For example, if I'm going to be a dancer, and of course I'm a dancer too, and I can think in what possible way like AI can be used in my own passionate field, and how can I become an entrepreneur. So this kind of a focus, or this kind of a thought process will create more awareness in AI industry or in AI space, so that much more entrepreneurs in women can come to light. And in my company, like for example, in my company, I found out the communication skill can be improvised by using a AI app, and that's how I found out a solution for that problem which we faced earlier. Similarly, I just want all the women over here to think what the best they can use AI apps or AI space to bring the solutions for their existing problems in their passionate fields. So we all think that huge investment. So for the women who are going to become entrepreneurs, they may think that we need some huge investment to start a company or to be an entrepreneur. It's not exactly that way. All we need is a focus, or all we need is determination and focus and passion mainly. So like I had a passion, though I am a doctor by profession and I am still pursuing my profession, but I just want to explore the AI space as well, and I want to be a part of it. And that is how I just came into this picture. So I want and wish you everyone, every woman also to come in that way. And I always tell my girls, who are all part of my company, I always used to say them, maybe you may play a part of so many roles, like நீங்க வந்து ஒரு அம்மாவா இருக்கலாம், இல்ல நீங்க ஒரு பொண்ணா இருக்கலாம். So you can play so many roles as a daughter, as a mom, as a wife, but still at the end you are what you are. So your identity is much more important. So என்னதான் நம்ம நிறைய ரோல்ஸ் ப்ளே பண்ணாலும் at the end if you are Shweta, you are Shweta. If you are Lakshmi, you are Lakshmi. If you are Meena, you are Meena. So you have to prove our identity, and you have to gain that identity, and that is how we have to justify ourselves. So like I want and wish everyone to get that identity. And to the great women who are here, so let us be bold enough, because bold, that is the greatest strength we have within ourselves. So we should be very bold enough to face whatever the hurdles we come across. We have to overcome it with a very, very bold nature. So let us be very bold enough, and let us empathize, because empathizing is a very, very great and unique character of any girl. So we need not lose it, and we should not lose it as well. So let us empathize and be empowered. So there is a difference between being empowered and empowering. So we need not be empowered. Let us empower ourselves. So let us empathize, and let us empower ourselves, and let us achieve whatever we want to. And let us be strong. So because we have to be strong enough in our own values. We have to set our own values, and we should be strong enough in our own values. We should not get down from our own values, because the values only decide who we are, and it only determines who we are. So let us stick on to our values, and let us be strong enough for our values, and grab each and every opportunities, because we all know that opportunities are plenty, and it is all wide around us. But the only thing is we fail to look around the opportunities, and we fail to grab the opportunities. So let us try to grab each and every opportunities, so that it will decide who we are, and it will create an identity to us as well. So let us grab that opportunity. Let us look for the opportunities, and when it comes, let us grab it. And let us be open for multitasking, and let us be open for challenges as well, because I believe challenges are the only source to discover our inner strength, because there are so many inner strength within us, but somehow it gets hidden within us. So only through challenges that can come out. So let us be open for challenges. We need not go down, or need not feel low when we face some challenges. Let us think it in a positive way, and let us try to discover our inner strength by facing those challenges. And a very important thing is multitasking, because universal conscious itself, it has created our brain, girl's brain, in such a way that it can do multitasking works. So like when the universal itself believes girl can do these many works, so only the brain itself is in that way. So when the conscious itself decides in that way, we need not think that we cannot do these many works. So we can do so many works. So for example, if I take myself as an example, I live in a joint family. So I have to take care of my in-laws. I have to take care of my mom and dad, because my two brothers are in United States as well. So I have to take care of my parents. I have to take care of my family. I have to take care of my son. He's in his college, and I have to take care of two companies. And the position being managing director, I have to solve so many problems which come daily. And I have to take care of, more than anything, I have to take care of my patients, because dealing with patients is not as easy as what we think. That too, I have to deal with smaller kids to 85-year-old gentlemen. Like I have to deal with everybody with their own problems. So, but I'm handling it in a better way. But I believe that I handle it in a better way. So when I can do, everyone can do as well. So let us do multitasking and let us be a better entrepreneur and let us conquer the world even. So this is what I wanted to say. Last but not least, arise, and my all-time favorite quote, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Because whenever I feel low, or whenever I go down, I'll always think, what is my goal in front of me? So when the goal which is in front of me is so huge. So I always try to move forward. And I believe that if my goal is so strong, or if I have a goal in front of me, which is defined, the conscious itself will help me to move forward towards that goal. So this is how I believe. And so always, even if I go down, I always march forward towards the goal, and I always overcome all the hurdles or hiccups which I face. So similarly, I want everyone in this panel or in this event to focus and to create the avenues to implement artificial intelligence in their passionate field and become a successful entrepreneur and create history. And of course, there are so many avenues opened for artificial intelligence, right from play care or daycare, from dance industry, from music. So many avenues are opened for artificial intelligence. So let us all try to explore, let us all give a thought on it. And you guys are technically sound as well, I believe. So because I am from doctor field, so more than me, you guys know much more better. So try to explore and try to become an entrepreneur. So this is all what I want to say. So thank you so much once again for giving this opportunity, and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. If you could stop sharing, we could see you in a bigger screen so people can see you better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi. It was very inspiring speech. We really liked it.
Yeah, and if anyone has questions to Lakshmi, we are opening the floor. You could raise your hand and then we will allow you to talk. And Lakshmi, it was really nice to hear your, women, the 5 bold things that you told. Be bold, empathize and empower, be strong, grab every opportunity, and be open for challenges and multitasking, which is the most important points for any women to, fight in this, competitive world. And thank you. It was very inspirational. And the communication skill app that you told was, I never knew that. And it was really nice to know that downtrodden kids, you're helping with all the, kids in communication skill as well. Thank you very much for the inspirational talk today. And I see a question. Okay. Yeah.
I just want to add to that. This is Jyoti. I've been a management consultant, correct? I worked for KPMG, Ernst & Young, Deloitte. And I also met with 2 prime ministers. I also interacted with many people in my life, which I never thought. What I really want to say, when I grew up, I was in a village. I never thought that I'm going to come this far. I went to Stanford, worked at Harvard, taught courses at MIT, currently teaching at UC Berkeley. The one thing I can clearly tell, communication plays a very key role. It doesn't matter how much you know. If you don't know how to express yourself, how to present yourself, you absolutely have no way of going up. Okay, there's no way of going up. So I would agree with the doctor. Communication really plays a very key role. I have seen in my life. I have seen that. And I'm sure the people who attend this class, they take it serious, work towards improving communication. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you. So only we have brought AI into picture because we need not go to classrooms. The app will come to your place. But
yeah,
just the app.
There are 2 aspects to it. One is how do you use technology? How do you yourself be an effective communicator? Correct? So if you look at, I don't want to name the people, correct? They knew nothing. They knew absolutely nothing in the AI space, but they speak crap, correct? So why? Their communication is very effective. Very effective.
Agree.
So I think using app is fine, but we as an individual, correct, should focus on improving our business communication, correct? I think that plays a very vital role in any organization. So if you want to go up, if you are happy with what you're doing, stay there. That's fine, no problem. If you want to go up, if you want to justify you are the best, communication plays a very extremely critical role. It's absolutely must. That's how I see it.
Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lakshmi.
I think participants have some questions. I have allowed them to talk. You can ask Lakshmi.
Dr. Lakshmi, this is Shanti.
Hi.
Hi. Very nice talk. One of the challenges we face as a women is that the communication is good, but we fear when we put an idea in front of a group whether it will be accepted, and we also get more counters when a woman put the same question compared to the counterparts. Sorry, Jyoti and others, just putting forward this question so that we can get some ideas and then make sure that it'll help us how to handle those situations and to overcome the fear what will happen if we put that particular idea or presentation or anything.
I'm sure doctor is going to speak, but I will add my sense onto this. So doctor, please go ahead.
Yeah, like, see, I won't agree to it basically because it is an individual perception maybe because like basically I'm a psychologist, okay? So how I convince people or how I counsel the people is, see, whenever we speak something, we should see to that, or we should think that nobody is hearing us or nobody, because no one is perfect in this world. That is what my thought is all about. So nobody is perfect enough to criticize others. So when we say some ideology or when we say some our thought, it is our thought, okay? Either it can be accepted or it can be denied. So if it is accepted, it is for fine. If it is not accepted also, you have to take it in a better way. We have to take it in a cooler way. That's it. Rather than it is an individual perception. We need not keep thinking that like whether the people, the opposite team will agree to it or they will deny it. If they agree to it, fine. We can say only once or we can say it twice. So it is not that it should be always agreed. That is what I think. So we should not consider or we should not give more importance to what they say. It is what you think. Okay, if you think you are right, you are right. If you think it is wrong, it is wrong. So you are going to share your idea. So it is not every time it should be accepted or it should not. It is not that every time it should be denied. So you should not think what the opposite people think. You should think what you think. So you have to speak what you think. Then only it will be right.
There are two aspects to this, doctor. One is politics, correct? So you always see politics, no matter how good you are, how well you do, people always pull you down. That's one aspect to it. Second,
politics is something different that
let me complete. The second aspect is your subject matter expertise. Okay, I can tell right now, no one in the world, nobody, correct, can come stand in front of me in the space of artificial intelligence, data science. What is that? It's not my arrogancy. It's the confidence I have in my subjects. Okay?
Yeah, true.
So it's confidence I have in my subjects. Two aspects to this communication, the question that what was posted. Politics, you cannot deal that. That's nonsense, ignore. Subject matter, things that you feel you are lacking, focus on, improve that. So when you have power, people will listen to you, correct? So how did this Prime Minister's office reach out to me? They asked me to come and speak to them. I didn't go out and write a check. Either my father and mother knows about any of these things, none. It's all how I position myself. So things that I have done. So I was in an Industry 4.0 conference. Mr. Mukesh Ambani team was in this conference. So based on what I spoke, they immediately spoke to him. They asked me to come and work with them, correct? So it's a matter of confidence you have in your subject. It's going to bring you up. If you are confident, you will speak well, you will structure well. That means your communication structure is going to be very well organized. Then people listen to it, people will follow it. So I would take that way. Instead of someone criticizing you, ignore. Those are all will come and go. So if it's politics, ignore that. Because we can't win the politics, that's a completely different animal. If it is lack of subject and confidence, I would say focus. Knowledge is the power. That will take you wherever you want, whatever you want to do in your life, it can happen, correct? So that's what I experienced in my life, correct? So I worked in being a management consultant. I was part of CFO services, CIO services, many different companies. At ExxonMobil, I was directly working with a company of CIOs, which is worth for $300 billion company. So in those companies, when you're speaking and presenting, your subject matter expertise is what bring to the table. It's not who you are, what you have done, how depth your subject, and how well you are positioning yourself to speak in front of those audience. I think that's what really matters. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I had raised.
Yeah,
This
go
is
ahead.
Venkatesh. Yeah, this is Venkatesh. Dr. Lakshmi, thank you for the energetic presentation. So
Yeah,
I have
thank you.
one question. You mentioned about doing projects in CSR, corporate social responsibility. Can you explain what exactly communication skills play in a CSR? Just a little. I was curious to understand how that plays with the corporate social responsibility.
Like for example, Siemens. Okay, so it is one of the company, a big company. So they have they are doing some CSR projects. Okay, so they handpick the downtrodden students or the students who are not able to afford like for any kind of various programs. So the students like they identify these kind of students and they give it to us. So we will assess their communication, really where they are and in what way we can improve their communication skills, because this is the major and important skill for an individual to express themselves and to overcome any kind of hurdles they face during their interview sessions or in corporates. So like we chose, so there are so many personality development training programs we do, like we do like time management, stress management, like employability skills training. So many kind of programs we do, and one of our communication, and for the communication only we use AI based apps. So only I was in particular for that. But along with communication, we do so many other training programs as well. So like for the communication, we used to assess through this app, and then we come to know where they are, and then like we'll create some modules according to that scores, and then we provide the communication skill training program, and along with it we give other programs as well, like time management, employability skills, career guidance, and other kind of stuffs.
Great, that's so much. Thank you so much. One quick feedback: while we were in the session, I installed Orai application. It's really fantastic, very user friendly. I like the UI, particularly the bird, and I also actually tested it instantly by recording 30 seconds of our conversation. Actually, Jyoti was talking and he scored 81% from Orai. Just want to share that with you. So really, it's a wonderful app, and his confidence came out as 84% in that app. So really nice app. I really love it. And I believe you coined the word that it's oral communication and AI together. That's how it is, right? Okay, good choice.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I require a small request, so I just want you to recommend to others as well.
Absolutely, I'm going to. Romma nalla irundhathu. Nandri, vanakkam.
Thank you, Venkatesh. It was really nice, and I was surprised to see that you recorded and you are giving.
It had 30 seconds. So at that time, Jyoti was giving speech about his journey in meeting with Prime Minister, and also I thought it's a good test rather than testing on myself.
And yeah, of course, you have to, because he's such a great person as well.
Yes, no, that it clearly shows that. So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Meeting a Prime Minister is not a joke, so it's good to record such a great person.
Thank you.
So, hello. Thank you. But it's not an easy journey. It was a very rough journey.
Of course.
Vanakkam Jyoti, Vanakkam Lakshmi, Meena and Indu, ellarku romba nandri, romba nalla irundhudu in the session. I can't believe it, like I did it yesterday and today na vandu mulusa ungalodha ukkandu kaadu koduthu keten. I was really happy and it was like so encouraged. ரொம்ப inspiring ah irundhudu Jyoti sir ungaloda speech, and Lakshmi ungaloda ரொம்ப amazing. Seriously, I don't have words to express my emotions. I really want to get in touch with each and every one of you. I really want to talk a lot. Maybe neriya per kaatittu irupanga. I don't want to.
That's fine, ma'am. Actually, we understand. Thank you so much for the compliment.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
All I can tell, ma'am, focus on knowledge. That will take you anywhere. Just only word. Knowledge is the power.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you so much.
You don't need money. As doctor said, you don't need money. You don't need political influence. You need personal influence. Correct?
Yes.
Your knowledge is the power that will take you where you want to go. Correct?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You don't have to go on the back and tell someone this and that. Nothing. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself.
Yeah.
And whoever you are,
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Hello.
And I want to say my name. I am Sai Ramalakshmi. Just want to say it.
Hi, Ram.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Hey. This is Satish here. I work in Bay Area Tamil Mandram quite a lot. Thank you, Jyoti sir, for this great session. Me and Deepa are school friends.
Yeah, my unofficial name is Deepayam.
Oh.
Satish,
Thank you, sir. Thank
it
you,
would be
sir.
nice.
Thanks for sharing.
Satish,
Thanks
I
for sharing.
wanted to actually thank you as well, but I'm not able to. Can you just enable your video so we can see you?
Oh, sure.
Are you able to?
I don't know. The video is disabled for me, and that's okay, Meena.
Okay. So actually, we would like to thank Satish as well. He was the one who who when we started this, he immediately, Subhashini as well, Satish's wife, Subhashini mainly. So they both were jumping in, and then they were giving so many ideas like how to bring this event into a very huge success. And then their role was very, very important and crucial here, because when we started, Satish and Subhashini was the first people. I mean, two of them, who said that we are in and we really love this idea and we want to help for this. So thank you so much, Satish and Subhashini as well.
Thanks, Satish and Subhashini. Satish, I have just enabled your video. Could you please come in the video? Hi.
Hello. So I'll make it quick. I know you have a big agenda and a long day. So Deepa, thanks a lot for staying up pretty late sitting in India. And I thoroughly enjoyed working with you, and hope we can continue to add more value to our friends here in US through your partnership. Thank you.
Yeah, sure, Satish. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for the great session. Now we will be starting our second part of yesterday's workshop. Let me first stop the YouTube live.
Thanks, Mrs. Lakshmi.
Once again. Yeah, thank you so much. And it was really a great show, and all the best to everyone.
Mr. Jyoti, one of the participants have question from the beginning of the session. Could you please answer her? Divya, you can ask.
Before that, I just ended the speakers part of the YouTube live, I think. Can you just check 1 minute?